What is going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back again for another video. So today we're going to discuss another potential destination of Zach Lavine. This is not going to stop, basically, up until Zach Lavine resigns with the Bulls or just walk out of free agency or gets traded. So let's get into this speculation right after this.
Get the lowdown on one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. One of the I guess rumored destination that was talked about last week was the potential walking away of Zach to Portland. And Portland is one of those destinations where they could create cap space to sign Zach outright. Mind you, it's not the 5 years, it's going to be 4 years, but a lot of players does that. You know, it's not unheard of. That a player would walk away from 5 years. They would bet basically on themselves. If you think about it, in 4 years Zach would be 31, 32. If he is good enough, he could get one more contract basically, and it's not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, it's somewhat of an advantage to him, because if he's still playing at a high level, like DeMar DeRozan now, he's 32 years old and he signed a 3-year deal, so he'll be 35. This is most likely his last contract, you know. And I get it, the Chris Pauls and the Kyle Lowry, but their point guards, their game is not predicated, and they're known as their game is more mental. Doesn't require athleticism and explosion compared to Zach and DeMar. So those are different cases. For the most part, if you are a player who's pretty athletic, your last contract probably ends at 34, 35 years old. Unless you're a shooter or a point guard. Now with Zach, if he takes a 4-year deal, he'll be out by 31. He could sign another 4-year deal if he is still pretty productive at around that age, which, I'm sure he is, barring any injuries. So it's not going to be, impossible that he would sign for a 4-year deal with the Blazers. That is the only team that and another team in San Antonio that I would fear that we would lose Zach for absolutely nothing. And that is a team where we were kind of going to be forced to take out any garbage that they have if they want to do a sign and trade, because they could sign Zach outright. So that is those teams are the only two ones that will be like, all right, we'll do a sign and trade for, I don't know, your late first rounder, a second rounder, and Josh Hart. But the Blazers need to do a lot of maneuvering before they can sign Zach Lavine. One of them is renouncing Josh Hart and Yusuf Nurkic. As a matter of fact, those are the two guys that we could potentially use. Why Josh Hart? We have tons of point guard. Now, if we lose Lavine, we're going to have a rotation, still pretty solid, of, let's say, Lonzo Ball. And let's assume that because we lost Zach, so I'm assuming we are going to keep Kobe White, right? So Zach, Kobe, Io, and Caruso, which is not a bad lineup. Now, if that all depends on whether Lonzo is ready to start, and he's not injury prone, right? Like we know he's an injury prone player, so having Josh Hart as an insurance. Well, Josh Hart, if they pick up this option, I think he's going to get paid $15 million, but he's on the last leg of his contract, and Josh Hart is not a bad player, right? He's very serviceable. We do get Josh Hart and Nurkic. That is a pretty solid return, because we also need a center. So that's not bad, because they have to renounce them anyway to sign Zach. So why not just do a sign and trade? I know they want to keep Anthony Simmons, which makes sense. That's a rising star. I think they got to renounce another player or so. But, basically, I think that would match whatever it is that the deal that they want to do. I'm pretty sure they can throw in a player, two-way, whatever the case is, right? The question is with Portland, why would they want Zach? They just got out of a two-guard combo within Lillard and McCollum. Zach is bigger than McCollum, sure. He's a shooting guard, a legit shooting guard compared to McCollum, who's more of a combo guard, mostly point. But why would they run that back? I don't know. That is the question. Why would they want that kind of lineup back unless they just want to, mix it up, I guess. Of course, their timeline is they're just retooling. Lillard, whenever you want to stick with Damian Lillard, you're in a win now mode. And if that's the case, then Zach can give you more wins. Would they put you over the hump? I don't think so. I don't. But hey, you might as well try that out if you're Portland, right? So I see it from that standpoint, although I still don't see it, in a sense where Zach would choose that, because the reports is that he doesn't like the fact that he's second fiddle to DeMar. Well, he's still second fiddle now to Dame. So the only positive thing I would say is he gets closer to Seattle. He's a West Coast guy, so that's it, I suppose. But yeah, Portland is one of those teams where we would just take whatever it is that they offer, because we are going to lose Zach to them again for nothing anyway. So might as well get the expiring of Josh Hart and Nurkic at that point, right? So I see that happening. We'll see how this plays out. I still don't see Zach listing Portland as a destination, but if he did, that's one of them. These fans who are, putting it out there that the Bulls have no leverage because Zach is a restricted free agent, there's only 5 teams that he could go to that the Bulls need to take their crap, basically. And, it's like Orlando, I believe it's Orlando, Portland, San Antonio, Oklahoma, and there's another, Detroit. Those are the teams. 3 of them, the Orlando, Detroit, Oklahoma. I don't know why Zach would want to go there, right? Like, if he's truthful about winning, then go to a team that's at least playoff bound. Maybe Portland. That's not even a championship team, but hey, at least they're going to the playoffs, right? San Antonio. We'll discuss the potential of San Antonio as well, but those are the teams that I'd see. Out of those 5 teams that they can sign him out, right? Portland and San Antonio are the 2 ones that I see is going to be a problem for the Bulls. But let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Would you be opposed to Josh Hart, Nurkic? Do you think Zach would just walk away from the Bulls and just sign outright with Portland? Like I said, they're one of the few teams that can actually just sign him. They don't need the Bulls to facilitate a sign and trade. So do you feel like those are garbage? Would you rather have the cap space, or would you rather have Josh Hart and Nurkic? Let me know in the comment section. As always, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.